Is this a good place to be when I'm talking? I don't want to.
You bet.
Okay.
You bet. Yep.
So, morning.
Good morning.
As you know, my name is Avon Moore, and I'm the chair of Bus Rider Unite's Research and Advisory Committee. And I understand that Trimet has been in contact with the FTA and is waiting for confirmation that you have sufficient data to move forward on extending transfer times. Since it was BRU's parent group, OPAL, and our ally, the Center for Intercultural Organizing, that filed the complaint, I'm here to let you know that we are writing a letter to the FTA in support of voting to extend the transfer based on existing data. There's one thing I should make clear. BRU and OPAL still have a number of concerns about the data that Trimet currently collects about ridership, and we look forward to working with Trimet to improve data collection moving forward. In particular, we have concerns about the lack of data available for ridership on standard or non-frequent lines, and Trimet's poor understanding of travel patterns in the region. But where extending the transfer time is concerned, we believe that existing data is sufficient to demonstrate beyond doubt that extended transfer times would most benefit low-income riders and people of color and would not create new burdens for riders or the agency. Existing data is enough for us to know that the extended transfer time would exclusively benefit those who use or would use cash and single tickets to pay for their rides. We know from existing Trimet data that those riders are disproportionately low-income and disproportionately people of color. 67% of cash and ticket trips are taken by people in low-income households or below the threshold for low income. People of color are slightly more likely to use cash and ticket fares. 30% of cash and ticket trips are taken by people of color versus 26% of trips with a pass. And with Trimet's fare survey data, you can look at pretty much any marginalized or vulnerable demographic and see that they're more likely to buy single fares, and therefore, as a group, likely to benefit from extending transfer times. While such data remains incomplete, it's clearly sufficient to show the benefits of longer transfer times. On the other side of the coin, in the 3 years that we've been working on this issue with Trimet staff and board members, neither BRU nor Trimet has discovered consequences that would disproportionately harm people in protected classes. We've shown that the cost of implementing the program is very small compared to the overall budget, meaning that Trimet will not need to make cuts in other places to maintain its level of service. And it's also important to note that a vote on extending transfers is urgently needed. Riders were already in straits when we began this campaign in 2010, and the only change that we see 4 years later is even higher fares and shorter transfer times, especially on weekends when service levels are low and longer transfers are necessary. This is an unsustainable position to be in, and we therefore urge a vote on the 2.5-hour transfer as soon as the FTA confirms you're able to do so. Thanks.